And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Bills and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brennan Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game. And if you really dive into it, here we go, it can be endlessly fascinating.
11. Quickly to the air is Burrow. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Mixon again. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen. They start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week. On 2nd down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as
they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Allen going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air, Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, what a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Bills, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 12, 42.
Burrow will throw to Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
All right, ready?
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
All right, ready? 11 mighty.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Again, it's Mixon. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they had been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try the middle with Cook. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. The Bills at 11-4 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Allen's throw is complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Now Allen again. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock it down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Burrow looking to pass. Again, that's hurt. And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done, so I'm looking forward to watching.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-17. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. McKenzie now from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The ever-dependable Tyler Boyd leading this offense back out there as Cincinnati gets set for their next drive. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be open. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got it. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. That ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down.
11.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
On 2.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of week 17 is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide for Mixon, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure. This
throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11th. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Room here to run. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
No doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Here's Cook again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Cook up the gut. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To the air, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start. Charles getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Holding, offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Cook following the penalty. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's got a Bengals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
11, 11, 12, 11, mighty. 11,
now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now at first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Here we go.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 101 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. They run it again with Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, here's Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Burrow on play action. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.